What's up, guys? Surfcaster here, and I wanted to make a quick video. That's why I'm using the webcam here. I'm actually in the middle of working, so I can't really set up the big camera and all that stuff. But if you're a Nintendo fan, if you're not a Nintendo fan, you know that there was a Nintendo Wii U Direct today, where Nintendo dropped like crazy. Everyone used the term bombs. They dropped megatons, all that stuff. They announced this. I think it was yesterday. And that's kind of the thing they've been doing lately. They announce a Nintendo Direct, and then they have it very quickly after. Gives enough time to hype it up and all that stuff on forums and websites and all that shit. So it got announced, and right away they said they were going to talk about new services and some new games. So, I kind of joked on Twitter. I jokingly said something like, oh, I wonder if it'll be stuff from Monolith Soft and Retro Studios and stuff like that. And very quickly I said, I think that it might be Virtual Console related, but other than that, I wasn't going to get myself too hyped up. I really didn't think that they'd show even a fraction of the stuff that they ended up showing on the Nintendo Direct that happened today. So I made like kind of a list of things that I remember off the top of my head that they talked about. I really should have went onto a website and got everything, but this is some stuff that I remember them talking about. They opened it up with, I think they basically said, sorry, there's not going to be any first-party titles from us until March. January and February, basically, no new games from us in particular, but we have some stuff coming down the line. They talked about, I should say Iwata, talked about Miiverse stuff. And the only thing that really caught my eye there was the fact that you'll be able to make your own community soon. I don't think that means you can just go in and make a community on anything. I think you pick a game and then make a community, kind of like on the 3DS. You can make your own Mario Kart community or something like that. So I'm assuming you pick a game and you go in and make a community, but it's pretty cool that you can finally do that sort of thing and make your own little groups within it. I think that's something that I think they sorely needed from the beginning. I think it's pretty cool. Not sorely needed, but something I thought that they should have had when they first came out with Miiverse. I thought that would be something that would have came packaged in it, but that's coming soon. And also verified accounts. Basically, if a developer goes on and makes a Nintendo Network ID, they can get verified, so a little green check mark comes on their character, on their Mii, and you can follow them for news about games and stuff like that they're working on. So I thought those were two cool little tidbits about the Miiverse stuff. They mentioned a couple of games that they're working on but that aren't coming out, and I think that they probably should have. I think WeLover07 said the same thing. They really shouldn't have bothered announcing these things. It's games that we knew would be in development, but we didn't know when they would be coming out. We didn't know if it would be this year coming up or when we kind of. I think a lot of us might have assumed we'd see them at E3, but they talked about Super Mario Wii U and Mario Kart Wii U, I think. I don't know, personally, I think it would have been better if they kept that to themselves for a little while, because it would have been really surprising if we went to watch E3 stuff, and they're like, here's the new Mario, and they show some, it's apparently they're going to have playable footage, actual gameplay, so, it would have been really cool if they kind of surprised us with that at E3, even though, a lot of people knew that kind of stuff was coming. It would have been nice. It's sort of like a weird teaser, now it's like, what are they going to surprise us with at E3? I know that they're kind of trying to take some of the power from E3, I think, with the Nintendo Directs, and maybe that's what they were going for, or they wanted to make sure they kept people on the hook, kind of a thing. But yeah, I thought it would have been cooler if they didn't really bring that up. On the Legend of Zelda front, this is I remember when I first heard they were doing a Nintendo Direct, and like I said, I made a joke tweet about Monolith Soft and Retro Studios stuff being on it. I think I popped onto NeoGraph. I don't have an account on NeoGraph, but sometimes I'll pop in and check out what people are saying and stuff like that, and a couple of different forums. And everyone was throwing out crazy hype, just going nuts, oh, we're gonna see a new Legend of Zelda, new Mario, new this, and it's all everyone on there was like, you're being an idiot. Don't get so hyped up. It's not gonna be all that cool stuff. It'll probably be Wii Fit U and some other stuff like that. And I was sort of thinking the same thing in my head. There's no way they're going to announce Zelda-related stuff or Mario U-related stuff. I just really think that would happen. And they basically said, Mario U is going to be playable. We're going to have a playable demo at E3. Mario Kart U, same thing. And then Legend of Zelda, Aonuma came out and talked about basically, things aren't at a state that we can really show it or talk about it or anything like that. But they're trying to essentially get away from the Zelda formula and talking about non-linear gameplay, so you don't have to go through each temple in a specific order. Apparently they wanted to do that for Skyward Sword, it just didn't pan out. And also something about like basically multiplayer. I don't know what that'll pan out to be, if it'll be like Four Swords or something like that, but basically just not playing one of these games by yourself kind of a thing. So he kind of teased that, and then he kind of, it was kind of weird. It was almost like he was saying he was going to show off some I don't know, not game pictures from the game or anything like that, but he went on to show some stuff that was like Wind Waker related, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're hitting us with a Wind Waker remake. I think it's like Reborn or something like that. It's like an HD, like full-on remake of Wind Waker for the Wii U. Wind Waker is actually one of the Legend of Zeldas I didn't play. I have it. Not recently, but I guess not long ago I picked it up for the GameCube with the intention of playing it, and now they're going to have a Wii U version. I only picked it up for a couple of bucks, so I might still get the Wii U version because it'll be high def and all that stuff, and it'll have all the functionality on the Wii U. But that's pretty cool that they went back and kind of remade that game. I think a lot of people would have rathered I don't know, Majora's Mask on the 3DS. That one seems to be kind of a cried for game, but I still think that this is pretty amazing that they're actually going and doing that. Like, it's a big fan service kind of thing. Oh, and they also mentioned, I think they said something like Super Smash Brothers, or Smash Brothers U, whatever it'll be called, isn't ready to be shown off yet or anything like that. I think they might have said that we'll see it at E3, but I can't remember. They showed off some teasers, Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2, Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem game. That'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Yeah, I'm not super interested in any of those games. I'm looking forward to the new Fire Emblem game, but I've never really played any of the Persona games or any of the Shin Megami Tensei games. Although I have lots of friends that tell me I should, and I'll probably check out one of them at some point, but I haven't yet. I didn't really play Bayonetta, so I'm not too excited about Bayonetta 2. And Wonderful 101 looks fun, it looks quirky and all that, but closer to release, I'll probably have a better idea if it's something that I want to play. They talked about Virtual Console, which I kind of, I actually kind of expected that because they mentioned they were going to talk about services. They basically said, like, there's going to be some system updates spring and the summer to help with lag on the menu. When you're switching menus on the Wii U, there's a little bit of slowdown there. So they're going to release some updates, and they're also going to push Virtual Console, I think they said, in the spring. I think they said there's going to be NES games, SNES games, and GBA games, which I found really strange. I thought, why not put GBA on the 3DS? I think it's cool. I think it's probably got something to do with the fact that a lot of those GBA games were made with the Game Boy player in mind at the time of the GameCube, and could be played on your TV, and they had higher resolution than normal. And they kind of line up with SNES games. They're sort of equivalent in a lot of ways. So I think that's really cool that they're doing that. I just was surprised that they didn't announce it for the 3DS. I'm happy because when they came out with the GBA games on the 3DS, they only gave them to ambassadors, and I'm hoping this is a bit of a loophole that they can kind of sell some of those games, like Metroid Fusion, which I really would love to pick up, on the Wii U, and then you can play it on your gamepad. So I guess that makes sense. It's a handheld kind of a thing. GBA would have been handheld games, so you can play it on the gamepad probably, or on the TV, whatever you want. So I guess that does line up, but I think they said the games are going to be like, NES will be like $4 or $5, and SNES games will be like $7 or $8, something like that. If you've purchased a game on the Wii Virtual Console and you want to have it on the Wii U Virtual Console, because it's going to be different, it's going to have different functionality added in, you can repurchase them for like $1, something like that, $1.50, something around there. I can't remember what it was exactly. I'll try to look it up, and I'll pop it in an annotation or something like that. But which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, they've added stuff to them. So the Virtual Console games now, you can bring up a menu by hitting the right trigger. It brings up a menu so you can create restore points like you do on the 3DS games. You can mess with your controllers. There might be some other stuff in there. I'm speaking on behalf of having just played Balloon Fight. So basically, well, I'll finish off the points I was making on the Virtual Console stuff. So basically, you can repurchase your VC games. They're going to be about $4 to $8 for NES games, something like that. They're going to have off-TV play functionality. and like I said, they have the restore points and stuff like that. So they also announced that there's going to be like this Super Famicom 30th anniversary or Famicom 30th anniversary kind of event where they're going to have a couple of games, and basically for a month, for 30 days, you'll be able to go buy those games for like 30 cents. I got confused in the middle of it. I thought Iwata was saying something like you could pay 30 cents to play it now for like 30 days, and then you have to purchase the game or something like that at a discount. I don't know if, or either that or you buy the game at 30 cents. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being crazy, but I just went and picked up Balloon Fight. It was 35 cents Canadian, all totaled up, and for 35 cents it was fun. I was playing for a bit. You can play it on the gamepad. Basically streams to the gamepad the whole time. Like I said, if you hit right trigger, you bring up a menu. There's a square on the menu that doesn't. It's not filled up. I don't know if that's going to be something that we'll see VC functionality down the line, but you can make a restore point. Actually, I bet if you make a restore point, that's where you can load a restore point. That's probably what it is. Yeah, okay. I didn't make any restore points in Balloon Fight, so that's probably what it is. You can hit that square and load up a saved game. You can change your controller options. You can reset the game from the menu. So it was pretty cool. I was playing that for a little bit. I really suck at it. I knew I was pretty bad at Balloon Trip Breeze, so I knew I was going to be pretty bad at Balloon Fight. So, but anyway, it was fun. Like I said, 35 cents. The list of games includes like Super Metroid, F-Zero, Donkey Kong, I think Kirby's Adventure. There's a couple of different games on there. I think the only one that I really was interested in at all was Balloon Fight to try it out, and it was the first one because I already have like Super Metroid and F-Zero and Kirby's Adventure, and I'm not really all that interested in getting Donkey Kong. So they're 30 cents, but I don't know. I might pick up some of the other ones if they're that cheap. Although I still feel like he was saying you'd only get it for 30 days. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But anyway, moving on, because this video is taking way longer than I expected. I'm already at like 12 minutes. All right. He also showed off a new Yoshi Wii U game. Looks like Kirby's Epic Yarn. I don't know if they're going for like a Yoshi's Epic Yarn, or if it's a new Yoshi Island, or if it's a new Yoshi Story. No one really does, I guess, at this point, but it looks like Epic Yarn. So I'm thinking it would be kind of cool if they took B characters from the other, like from Nintendo franchises, like some of the background characters, and gave them Epic Yarn games. I think that would be kind of neat. I know Kirby's not really a background character or whatever, but he's not nearly as popular as the same Mario, so you know what I'm getting at. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to be my cup of tea. It does look like a fun platformer though, so maybe I'll check it out. I've only seen the teaser trailer at this point, but it looked pretty cool. The last thing, the thing that excited me the most, there might have been other stuff announced, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But they showed a teaser trailer for the new Monolith Soft game, which I thought would be a serious Hail Mary. Like, no way they're going to show that at this Nintendo Direct. I thought there's no way in hell they're going to show this. And sure enough, they had this new trailer for the Monolith Soft RPG that everyone knew they were kind of working on. The graphics looked spectacular, like just unbelievable. Really clean, really nice. Really far draw distance. Everything looked really textured and nice. It showed a character working with other characters fighting some monsters. There was like long distance fighting, so they'd have a gun and they'd be shooting at the monster or whatever, and then they'd get close and they would switch it and it would be a sword. And they'd be like hacking away melee style. It had basically the same Xenoblade Chronicles kind of menu at the bottom, the World of Warcraft menu where you have all your abilities or your couple of your abilities loaded up on the screen. And you can just kind of like quickly pull off different maneuvers and stuff like that. So it probably has a similar battle system. It showed some stuff on the left. I guess I should do it this way. There we go. That looked, I don't know, it just looked like a menu, but I think it's been confirmed that there's some online play involved, and this was like other people that the character in the game was playing with, maybe like literally like grouping up with 3 or 4 people online, and playing through the game like that, which is just awesome. And like I said, it looked amazing. At one point, it kind of showed this quick image of a blonde character, kind of like looking at the screen. And, could be Shulk. This could be directly related to Xenoblade. All it showed at the end of the trailer was an X. And so that that could mean it could mean Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm kind of more inclined to believe it's just a Xeno related game. They had Xenogears, then they had the Xenosaga series, then they had Xenoblade Chronicles. I think it would be awesome if it was somehow related to Xenoblade Chronicles, but I kind of think it's going to end up going its own way. The character in the game that they showed playing didn't look anything like anybody. Again, it could be a totally new character or whatever, but it did show that weird little image of like some blonde character, just like a face. So maybe it is related. I don't know. That could have been Shulk. Who knows? Anyway, I've talked myself hoarse here. I've talked for about 16 minutes. This was way longer than I'd expected it to be, but I'm pretty excited about the stuff they showed. I mean, they really showed a lot of stuff. Again, stuff that I think they should have saved till E3, definitely. But a lot of really cool information about the Miiverse and the VC and some upcoming games from Nintendo and some of their games that they're publishing from third parties. And of course, in the end, the Monolith Soft game, which I think looks amazing, and looking very forward to that. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to cut this off. I'll talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed the Wii U Direct, and peace.